Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika. Get all in here, y'all. Get all in here. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, this is my review recap. You know we got to get into it, honey. The messiness, the foolishness, the hot mess of it all on the Oval, okay? The Oval Problem, Diverted, Season 4, Episode 16. Child, Nancy, you drugged, okay, girl? You high as the daggone sky. Richard trying to tell her what's going on and let her know that they drugged her, and she talking about no, everything is okay. What are you talking about? You know, he healed me. You bugging out, child. What is going on with Sam and Priscilla? Okay, Scylla and Sam, I need y'all to get it together. I need y'all to either divorce, go your separate ways, leave each other alone, or get your behinds into some type of therapy and, you know, relax, relate, release. Ask for your daggone positions in the White House to be changed. Y'all know y'all have the right to do that. Could have been done that. Either you're moving on together or you're moving apart, you know what I'm saying, alone. But this foolishness that I saw tonight is a big no-no, okay? We ain't gonna do that. This cop, I'm feeling a little bad for him, y'all, because he really thought he was gonna sit here and protect Lily, child. When Lily was trying to warn him, Donald warned him. Of course, he called Cal to come in and clean up his daggone mess. I said, Lord, cop, you out of here, okay? You out of here, sweetie. That is it. Good night, goodbye, sayonara. See you later, okay? In the meantime, you know, of course, Donald and them is also trying to work on the plan to get daggone Jason up out of here, along with Alan and them too, if they don't watch their daggone selves. And Kareem is over here trying to roll up Barry in the daggone carpet, child, and dump him outside in the street somewhere and act like he OD'd and put some, you know, homeless people along with him. I don't know how that's gonna work out, y'all. But let's go ahead and get into this episode, okay? Take it from the top like we do. So, child, a hot daggone mess, right? And you guys will get this review late because I just finished doing a live with Nita the Diva, so I apologize for it being late, but you will get it nonetheless, okay? We still gonna make it do what it do. You know, we did do a recap on her channel of Your Honor 1 and 2, episodes 1 and 2, y'all. So if you know, can go check that out. Also did Claudine on Sunday on Moochie's channel, Moochella Reviews. And that is something that we will be doing every fourth Sunday of the month. So if you guys know some old school classic favorites that you want, you know, let us know. I'll probably be putting up a poll and put it in the comments as well. All right. But get into this Oval, y'all. We start out with Child Richard telling Nancy that she is drugged up, okay? He's telling her they have drugged you, okay? It's something wrong. This is not normal. He said, you know they came in here and stole that daggone baby straight out your hands. Oh, I know. You know, oh, you seen Ruth there? Yeah, I saw her. You know, and what did she say? Oh, Richard, she's so happy. She couldn't be more happier. He said, girl, you high. Okay, you high. Something is wrong. This is not right. You know what these people do. He was like, you know, I'm not messing around with you with this. So, you know, he's like, come on. He was like, you seen all the things that they've done to us. She talking about, I'm telling you, I never felt better. And he was like, yeah, I bet. Okay, of course you don't never felt better because they done slipped something in your damn food, your drink or something. So, of course, he's dragging her out the house to take her to the hospital. Now, in the meantime, remember Sharon said she was going to go on over there and see Kareem. Child, she knocking at the door, whatever. And, of course, was about to be ready to get up in there. And, you know, he over here trying to crack the door and talk to her through it and tell her, you know, that she gotta go. And it, you know, basically she was like, I know this boy ain't closed the damn door in my face. Is he freaking crazy? She was like, he's never did that before. You know what I'm saying? What the heck is going on here? Because, you know, Sharon was like saying, what the hell is going on with you? Why you won't let me in? And he was like, I can't right now. And he just was like, bye, and, you know, close the door in her face. She like, what the hell? So she was like, Dell, I know he didn't just do that. She was like, he never do that. This is crazy. And of course, Dell is saying, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, okay? And pulling her away. She was like, I'm so pissed right now. And I'm like, Sharon, why? Okay, you ain't been worried about damn Kareem, but this is probably the time that we needed you to be. And so his cousin is asking, is he, you know, are they gone? And he's sitting there smoking on his stuff or whatever. He was like, man, she got a key. And he tells him, yeah. And he's like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't think about the fact that she could pop up before, but he probably didn't because she been acting like she ain't want to be bothered with him anyway and leaving. And so, his cousin is telling him that, yo, this thing is in there stinking, okay? He like, yeah, I know. And he's telling him, come on, hit some of this, all right? Smoke a little bit of this J so it can calm your nerves. And we could get in here and do what we got to do and get him out. He just sitting there giving him the evil grill. And Kareem is saying he don't understand how this happened or whatever. So he was like, cousin told him that we going to just wrap him in this rug. We going to put him in the plastic. Okay, all right. Come on, let's knock this out. So they get in the room, child. We know that ain't look nothing like no damn Barry laying on that bed, okay? But we gonna go ahead and pretend that is Barry, okay? Barry is out of here. No more Barry. R.I.P. Barry. I'm sorry that you are being disrespected like this and being thrown out like freaking trash. And I don't know how long it's gonna take for your mama and them to find you. Mind you, they ain't got no gloves on, honey. They ain't got no gloves, no protection. He already done been on your bed and everything. And y'all moving him regardless if you putting him out in the street where cops can find him and supposedly think he OD. Y'all fingerprints and all your stuff is going. Okay, but carry on, all right? And so Kareem in the meantime is like, oh, damn, roll it up, roll it up. Roll it up, roll it up. I said, if you don't get your ass over here, he helping you and you want him to do all the damn work. So, you know what I'm saying? They proceed to go ahead and roll him up in the rug. Now we get to the daggone hospital and Donald's still standing outside. Cal gets there and he's like, you needed me? He was like, yeah, there's an officer inside that room. He's like, okay, and what about him? He's basically like, yo, he got Lily inside, all right? He won't let me take my Lily home. He kills me how he say my Lily. And so Cal is like, why not? He was like, yo, I don't know. He thinks she's an abused woman for some reason. He was like, oh, well, okay, well. And he's like, yo, just do it. He was like, why would I do that? And this is a woman that I don't even like and I don't even want you to be with. Make it make sense, okay? And he was like, yo, we need to get Lily out of here now. Donald tells him that. And so he's like, well, what would you like me to do? You know what I'm saying? Cal asked Donald that. And he was like, don't get cute with me, all right? So he was like, I can't stand that bitch. Why should I go in there and get her out? And, Donald tells him now is not the time. I need you to get her out. And Cal is like, are you sure? He's like, yes. He's talking about some attaboy. Sick him, okay? Get him. So he knocked at the door, Cal, with his badge out. And he's talking about, come on out, officer. So the officer comes out and he's like, yes. He's like, Secret Service. And the officer's like, here we go. So he was like, what does that mean? He was like, that means she not leaving. And so Cal was like, yeah, well, this is a matter of national security. And so he was like, you see that man right there? And officer talking about, yeah, I see him. He said, well, he says, I know who he is. He said, no, you don't. Obviously you don't, because if you did, then she wouldn't still be up in that room. Okay. So he was like, not if he's abusing her. So Cal was like, is she saying she been abused? No. Okay, then you can't hold her. Why are you holding her? So he basically was like, well, I want to wait for the doctor to release her. And Cal was like, nah, you waiting for your soul to be released. And he said, are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? Officer really thought he was doing something, honey. And Cal said, not a chance. So he says, well, Cal says to Donald, sir, he won't budge. And Donald said, I see that. He says, permission. He said, oh, yeah, you got it. Sick 'em, boy. He punched that officer in the daggone throat, child. Threw him up against the wall. Put them handcuffs on him. I said, Lord of mercy. Officer, 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 child. This was not the time to be a hero, okay? You should have listened, okay, and played it smart. Of course, Donald go walking up in the room, ready to tell Lily, get your ass up, girl, and get on and stop playing with me, girl. So, basically, when he gets in there, he's telling her to come on. And she's like, well, where's, Officer Brian at? And he's like, why are you worried about it? She's like, because he's a nice guy. You didn't hurt him, did you? You didn't do nothing to him. He like, girl, if you don't get your behind up and get the heck up out of there before I punch you in your damn, bullet hole that you got there in your damn shoulder. He was like, stop playing with me and let's go. So I'm like saying, well, I remember Lily having a pocketbook. I remember her having clothes. Like, we just walking her out with a damn hospital gown on with her whole backside out. Like, what are we doing here, Donald, right? And I'm wondering where the doctor disappeared to, that he wasn't there for that long and he didn't come all this time because the cop went out there already. But, we gonna go ahead with it. So he was like, girl, get your ass up and walk out the door. So basically she was saying she wasn't going to leave till the doctor came in, and he told her again, get your ass up before I put my finger in this wound. So she walks out and she sees Kyle out there with the officer, and she oh my God, I'm so sorry. Are you all right? Are you all right? And he's like, don't worry. And so, here go Kyle, keep moving, keep moving. And Donald was basically telling her, Lily, come on. And then he going to ask the nurse as they walking away, can we get her clothes, please, and thank you. I said, so in the meantime, she's still supposed to just walk out with the hospital gown and I guess socks on and carry the clothes out, Donald? You could at least let her stay in the damn room and put her clothes on. But anyway, Kyle's asking the damn officer, hey, what's your name? You're actually kind of cute and over here giggling. I said, only his crazy ass. So in the meantime, freaking, Dale and Sharon get to Richard in them house now. Of course we gotta have Miss Jody outside talking about what are you doing here, and where are you going, and where are you coming from, and who is that with you? She gonna ask you 50,000 questions, and she gonna let you know that Richard and them is not there. They already left out. Well, where did they go? Oh, I don't know. They didn't tell me. They don't be wanting to tell me nothing no more. But I know I see him take her out of there. So every time Sharon is about to take a step up the damn stairs, she adds something else on, and she like, girl, them people in them purple robes was here, okay? The people in the purple robes and one in the white robe was here. So of course this catches Sharon attention. She like, what? When they was here? She was like, yeah, girl. She was like, oh, do you know what they was doing here? What they said? No, I don't know none of that. I just know what I saw. I saw them when they came. I saw them when they left, and then Richard and Nancy left not too long after that. So she was like, okay, thank you. I'm ready to walk up the stairs again. Oh, they gave you their key. You got the key to get in? She said, yeah, I do. What's going on? Oh, they used to give me the key. I had the key. They took my key back. I don't know why, And so she was like, I only went in there a few times. And Sharon said, what? Yeah, I went in there a few times, girl. Wasn't no big deal or whatever. So, she basically like, I just know that them people was crazy and that they was there and that Richard left after. Do I look like I'm nosy? I said, yes, Miss Jody, you actually do look exactly like you nosy. They talking about oh no, why would anybody think you nosy? And so then she gonna start asking Sharon, is Dale her man? Oh, you taking that white boy in there with you? What you doing with that white boy? I thought you was supposed to be with Barry, so how the heck is you with this white boy? And she's like, no, first of all, we are friends. We, it's not like that between us. And Zell is like, yeah, that's not my type. She's talking about, oh, what, you don't like black women? He was like, oh, no, not like that at all. I love black women, but I'm just into, a whole nother thing, okay? It ain't no daggone woman I'm looking for. So she, and and watching them as they going in. So when they get in the house, of course, Dell and her both is like, yo, what the heck is this lady problem? Okay, she over here asking a million daggone questions. And then, Sharon is like, yeah, she nosy as shit. Because she was even saying like, oh, are you going to call Nancy and Richard now? And she told her, yeah. Oh, well, you could go ahead and call them here, like wanting her to call in front of her so she could hear the conversation. And then Sharon was like, nah, I'm gonna call them in the damn house. That's what I'm gonna do. So they get in there, and of course they talking about how bugged out she is. And Sharon calls Richard, and he's letting her know that he's at the hospital with Nancy. So she's trying to ask him like, what's going on? And he's saying he don't know, she gonna be okay or whatever the case may be. And she's just like saying all this is strange. She want to know what the heck is happening, And then Dale, of course, is talking about we would have looked like a good couple. We would have get together if I was into, woman or whatever, right? And so, she calls Richard, and he letting them know that they running tests and that he have her at the hospital now. So she's trying to ask more questions like, well, what the heck is going on, because of course, Miss Jody told me that the damn people was there. So he said, yeah, they was there. And, basically he trying to wait for these daggone tests or whatever. She seems fine, but he knows something else is going on. And she's like, did they hurt her? And he's saying, no. So she's like, okay, well, why, are y'all there at the hospital? He said, well, I just want to get her checked out overall. So he's asking her again if she heard from Barry. And she's like, no, not since the phone call. And he was like, okay. And she's still asking him, like, are you okay? And so he basically just told her, yeah, right. He was like, I'm going to call you back. So when he go in the room, Nancy's still over here smiling and just the cheesing and happy as can freaking be, saying that she okay, nothing is wrong with her. And he was like, did they feed you? Yeah, I ate. Did you drink something? Yeah, I drank something. So he was like, well, more than likely they could have put it in the daggone, drink or food or whatever, because the doctor's in there standing there with her. And she ended up saying, like, she just want to go home, she's fine. And the doctor said, well, it is okay for her to go home. Y'all not going to actually be able to get the results back from the test, for a couple of hours or whatever. So he was like, I got your number, I can just call you and let you know what the results say. So she like, oh, that sounds good to me or whatever, right? And so when Richard shook his hand after he finished, she shaking his hand and she talking about, I like white people, I like you, or whatever the case may be. You a nice white man, some of y'all are okay. So I said, yeah, you definitely know that Nancy is drugged the hell up, because one, she crazy daggone happy, and two, she giving way too much damn, information and telling way too much of what the hell she feeling and what her first thoughts are. So, Richard go ahead to get her home, because she was like, I'm hungry and I want to go home and eat. And he was saying, that's fine, that sounds like a good idea. So now, he go ahead and get her up out of there. So, now we got the first lady, and I'm sorry, not the first lady, but the vice president's wife, okay, coming down and seeing him, and he's saying he getting ready to go to the White House, and she say she about to go to some committee. And so she was like, oh, can I take Bobby? And he was like, is there any particular reason that you want Bobby? She was like, oh, no reason, I just know you like Max better. He was like, what make you think that? She was like, no, I see the way you look at Bobby, the looks you be giving him, and then you push your chest out every time he walk in the room. And he like, oh, is that so? Is that how I look at him? She was like, yeah. So he was like, well, yeah, go ahead, you could take him. I'm not jealous or anything like that, right? If I was, then I wouldn't want him to go with you. And she was like, okay, yeah, that's true. So, they basically just told each other to go ahead and have a good day or whatever, right? And I said, what you up to, VP? Because we know she heard that daggone phone conversation, and she was already asking Bobby for help before. But I think Bobby about to be getting another proposition from her, like he did from Miss Priscilla, honey. Okay, Bobby getting it propositions thrown at him left and right. So in the meantime, Bobby and Max was standing out by the car to wait for the vice president and his wife to come out or whatever. And these two act like damn kids, y'all. They argue back and forth. First, Cal getting on him like, yo, what are you doing? How far are you going to go? I told you to go ahead and leave that daggone, woman alone. And he's saying she came on to me and all of that kind of stuff. And then Bobby is telling Max, like, you're not better than me. And he was like, you want to make a bet? Okay, how much you want to bet on that or whatever, right? And he was like, just be quiet because the VP is about to come out. And he's telling him, no, he's not. And he's like, yes, he is. But no sooner than they say that, he actually is behind him. And Max is basically like, how you doing, sir, or whatever. We going to the White House. And then he tells Bobby, like, no, you're actually going to stay here and be with my wife. And he was like, Max, you'll be with me today. So Max is like, okay, cool. Yeah, I got you, sir, or whatever, right? And he's opening the door to let him in. So, of course, now that this has happened, child, Max is really feeling himself. So he over here talking about, oh, do you still think you number one? Ooh, look at that. And then he going, oh, and getting in the damn car. I was like, yo, y'all are two kids, just like freaking brothers that's damn, fighting with each other. So nonetheless, that means that Bobby got to go ahead and head in and, go to this event with his damn wife. Oh, she wants you. So, of course, Bobby ain't saying nothing to that. But yes, sir. And he just looking at daggone, Max like, really? They are so foolish. Now, moving on from them, of course, he's going in to talk to the daggone, vice president wife and see what the heck she want. He just end up watching them driving away in the cars and being like, oh boy, I'm stuck here with this damn lady. Okay, the last freaking thing I feel like being bothered with. And so when he go in the house, of course, she over here asking him, did he think about what she told him? Yeah, I did, and I don't have no interest in it at all. I'm not trying to, do anything. And she was like, well, why not? Why won't you join me and help me? And he was like, not on this one. Sorry, ma'am, I can't. And she was like, okay, that's fine. So basically, he was like, you ready to go? And she was like, yeah, but, I have to, don't have to leave right at this moment. So he was like, well, it's your schedule, ma'am. And she was like, well, if I arrive, fashionably late, it's okay. So she was like, can I get you a drink or something? So he talking about some, I'm working, ma'am. I'm working for you. Of course, she's over here trying to look cute and throw a little something at Bobby, but he ain't catching it. So she was like, well, I'm talking about tea or coffee. And he was like, no, thank you, ma'am. And she was like, okay, fine. He was like, if you don't mind, can I go and wait back outside by the car? So she said, okay. So now when he walking out, Lily is calling him and she's going, Bobby, answer the phone, Bobby, answer the phone, Bobby. I don't know what the hell she want to say to him. Like, I know you not calling Bobby to have him, help you out with the damn cop. Is that what we calling him for, Lily? But it looked like if she may have been calling him for some time now, because he looked at the phone mad annoyed and was like, oh, come on now, stop calling me or whatever, right? So I don't know. But moving on from that, we basically had you know Sharon and them, like, now was the morning they waking up. What's his name? Dell is folding up, the sheets. He done slept on their damn couch, and he telling Richard how they got in late, and he like, that's okay. So he was like, where's Sharon? And he was like, oh, she's right behind you. Of course, he turned around, Sharon is there, and so she's basically just asking for an update on Nancy, and he's still pretty much not telling her much. He's like, I don't know, but I had them, drug tests are waiting for the results to come back. He was like, he going into work and he gonna find out what's going on with Barry. When she's saying what's happening, he still doesn't even tell her what these damn people said about that they killed him. He was like, I'm just going in there and I'm gonna try to work on something now to find him. I need to find him immediately. So she's like, okay. So he's like, can you stay here with Nancy for a while, and let me know when you're leaving to go to work, and I'll come back and check on her because, something ain't right and I'm worried. So she like, okay. He was like, he's not too sure what happened. So she said she gonna see if she could try to find out what happened. And then she asked him, if it's okay that Dale is here. And he pretty much like, he was already here, right? Shit, you ain't asked my permission on before. So she was like, yeah, thank you or whatever, right? And then, he's telling her, thank you for staying there. She's like, sure, okay, no problem, of course. So I was like, Lord, I don't know if Sharon gonna make it into work, child, all right? Messing around with damn Nancy. What Richard gonna do? Because he can't be in two places at one time. Now, he got ahead and he called damn Sam. Sam still ain't did nothing but sitting up in here worried about Priscilla and what the hell she doing. And he's pissed. He's like, yo, they told me they killed my freaking son. I think they did something to Nancy. They was in my house when I came home. Sam talking about I'm going to meet you at the White House. He said, when? When you going to do that? Because every time you telling me you going to do something, your ass ain't been moving. He ain't say all that, but I'm saying it. Okay, I know Richard is fed up with him. He was like, if you don't hurry up and get your behind and come on, then I'm going to go by myself. So he was like, well, I'm about to get up out of here in a little bit. He said, we should actually end up meeting up there around the same time. So Richard was like, okay, and they hang up. You would think after him just getting a phone call like that, because wait, what? And then Richard is like, yeah, and you know how they usually repeat stuff over and over, boy. You could see that Richard ain't feel like repeating a damn thing. He was mad because he already been calling and asking Sam for help. So in the meantime, when they hanging up the daggone phone, you would think with him calling and saying something like that he would put those other things that he's dealing with Priscilla to the side for a minute. And when Priscilla come walking in the room, he would have been like, yo, Charles just called me and said, they killed daggone Barry. And you know what I mean? They was in his house and they did something to Nancy. Oh, no, not Sam, though. Not Sam. No. Sam gonna get killed now. Sam is really mad that Scylla brought home Bobby, okay? And I get you being mad, Sam, but really you doing too damn much, okay? Too freaking much for me, buddy boy. And so Scylla come walking in with her little red dress and her shoes, and she being petty too. She walking out just like, good morning, well, good morning to you, okay? And so he was like, oh, you think it's funny? And she was like, no, I don't. It's not funny at all. So he was like, yeah, okay. And she was like, well, yeah, I do. I ain't gonna lie. I do. Okay, I do. It was funny. You got your ass beat. Woohoo. You got your ass beat, boy. You got your ass handed to you. So he basically like, oh, wait till I'm 100%. She like, you still gonna get your ass beat, okay? So he asking her, how could she do that? And she was like, do what? And he was like, bring him here. She was like, how could you do that and basically have sex with an old girl up in the yellow room, all right? Are you freaking kidding me? Where we both gotta work at? And so then he like, Scylla. And she like, And he was like, look, I know I don't have no excuse. She was like, no, you sure the hell don't. And he was like, well, and you do? And she was like, no, I don't. That's just what it is, okay? And so he was like, you're just trying to get even. And we already established that, And he was like, this isn't you. So she telling him, well, you don't know me anymore, sweetie. You knew the old me. So she was like, if you think I'm going to let you continue to just screw me over and over and over, you got me messed up, okay? So he was like, oh, so my behavior is what's making you do it. And she was like, yep. He was like, so now I'm controlling you. She said, controlling me. She was like, come on, stop with the reverse psychology bull crap or whatever the case may be. So she's laughing. And then he was like, no, this is some bullshit. She said, no, your mind games is the bullshit. And it is, Sam. I agree with Priscilla, okay? You're playing a real game. So he was like, she was like, oh, you looking for that sweet, loving woman that you married, right? Your beautiful, faithful wife. And he was like, yeah. She was like, she's gone. Okay, she is gone with the damn wind. You created this, And so he gonna talk about oh, she's gone. She was like, long gone. He was like, oh, she's gone. She was like, yeah, did I stutter? She's gone. He said, oh, so the woman I married is gone. She said, yeah, she is. So he gonna talk about okay, well, she left some simple bitch behind. I said, what? And Scylla said, what? She was like, what did you just say? And he was like, I didn't stutter. I said a simple bitch that sleeps with my coworker. She said, who you think you talking to, Sam? You? And he gonna stand up talking about, oh, someone that used to be my wife. I want a divorce. I said, Sam, now you want a divorce? Sam, now you want a damn divorce? All this time, Priscilla been saying she want a damn divorce, and you been begging and pleading and saying how y'all could work it and fix it, and you gonna be patient and waiting. You understand? And now because she brung Barbie there, and she is saying that you hurt her to the point that now that she has changed and she is not the same woman, now you want a divorce, Sam? That's what make you want to say that? And then she's like, okay, fine, no problem. We could get that done. He gonna talk about I don't know whether I want to serve you here or serve you at the White House. Bitch, I don't give a damn how you serve me. Okay, serve it any damn way you want to serve it. I said, no, Sam, not trying to get cute now. So Scylla was basically like, yo, get on it. That's fine. That's what I was already been asking for. Ain't a problem. Ain't a damn thing. It's already filed. And he talking about, well, good for you. And she over here talking about, oh, you finally grew some balls, Sam. Good for you. So he talking about, good for me, good for me, good for me. So he over here telling her it's her choice and all of that. And so she was just like, hold on a second. Really, hold on. She was like, nah. Bring it back. She said, you trying to tell me that you're going to bring me all of this now. Let me get this straight. It was okay for you that bitch, okay? But if I do the same thing, then all of a sudden you're going to divorce me. And he was like, you heard what I said. And she was like, oh, okay. Well, if it's all like that, then you could go ahead and have all your shit up out of here tonight. Like, let's not waste no time. Let's get right to it, partner. So he talking about, she know, because she had told him, oh, I promise you going to see his face will be all up inside of me. And what used to be our bed, okay? So he going to turn and say to her, that makes you feel good. And she was like, no, it makes me, but it will make him feel good. Okay. I said, something else, boy. They both was giving shots. So he said, well, you do that and see what happens. She said, oh, I love a threat. He said, oh no, well, I'm going to make sure for certain this threat going to come true, because if I come back to this house and he's in that bed, it's going to be bullet through his head, and it's going to be a bullet in yours too. I said, well, now y'all getting a little bit too carried away, okay? And this is why I was saying, Scylla, you playing a dangerous game too, because Bobby should have never been coming back to the house, okay? He shouldn't have, period. If you was really about it, and it really was over with you and Sam, then you would have even asked him if he had a place, or y'all would have been at a hotel. Okay, that was too much with you doing that, and you just basically started a whole big confusion where it didn't need to be. But Sam, you got a lot of daggone nerve on you too, and now you want to threaten to take freaking people's lives? But you wanted her to still be cool and be able to work around this first daggone lady after she done seen y'all on damn tape. Like, make it make sense, Sam, okay? Make it make sense. So, of course, she telling him, I got a gun, too. I said, Lord, this is a hot damn mess, y'all. A hot damn mess, right? Put both of them need a damn timeout, okay? You get a timeout, you get a timeout, you get a timeout, you get a timeout. All y'all need to sit down. Now, moving on from there, Sam's so busy caught up into this where he got the whole situation with Jason going on. He still haven't damn returned freaking Alonzo damn call. He got the guy calling him that was from the cabin that was supposed to be watching Jason and telling him, yo, I got the address where he probably at. I'm sending it to you now. But we got a problem because there's already some Secret Service that's on the premises that's running up in there. So he's telling him, okay, I'm on my way there. In the meantime, Alonzo and them are waking up and they saying how Jason is still asleep. He must have really been tired. And, they trying to figure out what they gonna do, and he's saying, yo, Sam still didn't call you back, and it's like, no, I haven't heard nothing from him. And Alan is still trying to be like, well, just let me go ahead and call Donald then. And Alonzo is saying, nah, listen to me, don't do that. And he was like, yo, you really believe him, huh? So Alonzo go ahead and call Sam again. Sam busy steadily trying to get him off the phone, being short with him, having an attitude with him. Oh, I've been busy. What is it? I don't got time for this. I'm on my way to something important. And Alonzo was saying, listen, sir, it's something important here, okay? But I just can't tell you over the phone. But I'm going to go ahead and text you this address. So as soon as you finish with whatever you're doing, you could come right here after. It's not something that I can say over the phone to you. Well, what is it? What is this about? I don't understand. What the heck is this supposed to be? And sure enough, of course, he's texting him the same damn address that they are already freaking supposed to be on their way to. And in the meantime, poor Rich is still going to be sitting at the White House waiting for him to come to help him with the damn Barry situation. And I said, see you over here making threats to damn Scylla, child. And we got all this other stuff on the line, Sam. Like, you falling off. You slipping and you falling, buddy. And so he's talking about some, get out of there now. And then Alonzo ends up telling Alan, like, we got to get out of here. And he like, what? What are you talking about? And, of course, all the damn people, freaking Secret Service, whatever, is dressed in it, busting in like they damn SWAT and throwing damn smoke bombs and shit everywhere, and they going running. Mind you, Hunter Bahan was close to finding out the damn truth. He was on the right track at one point, and then he just went all the way off the damn tracks. Oh, child, he all the way off now. They trying to tell him they know where Jason could be, right? Is between his high school friend or basically Alan, and that Alan probably don't even know about it, and he was going to call him and warn him. He was like, why the hell would he go there? And it's such a coincidence that he's with your assistant. And Donald was telling him because he went there once before when he damn, hurt Ellie or whatever before her ass got killed. And so he probably would think he could go there and hide out again. His car was close to those two places, and so they basically already have people on the ground that are going there to check. Damn, Hunter talking about, oh, why would I believe y'all? I just finished telling her last night that y'all in on this together. Now, all of a sudden today, you coming in with this, we found him. Oh, I know she had to have just called you up and told you what was going on, and now y'all trying to do this to fool me. And I'm like, no, Hunter, for the first time, this is damn real. Your wife really tried to kill your damn son. It's because of him, he's still alive. He on the run because he think your dumb ass was in on it too. And he was like, y'all not going to basically bullshit me. I'm not going to go for this. And so at one point, Victoria's just like, you know what, forget him. He ain't damn dressed anyway. Let's go. Because Donald kept saying, he really should be there, that they got everything set up at the Oval so that he will be able to watch it, because she was like, can we see it? And he was like, yeah, it's right downstairs. So he's telling him like, sir, I really think that you should be there too. And Hunter talking about, nope, I ain't falling for this charade. You won't get me with this one. Y'all have fun with that. Absolutely not. I'm going back to damn sleep. And he putting the freaking pillow over his face when they saying, come on, damn it. Come with me, and Donald saying, sir, you should really see this. And he over here sticking up his damn middle fingers. So I don't know if he ever gonna get up to go, see it or not, child. Probably not. Hunter going back to sleep and probably trying to snort some more coke. But Donald tells him, okay, sir, hope to see you down there. Him and Victoria have went and walked off. So at this point, I know that Sam's God that was outside was saying that he was going to stay with an eye on the situation or whatever and be watching them. But they done just, like I said, busted up in the house. The most Alan and them was able to do was run to the damn bedroom after they freaking bust through the front door. It ain't like his apartment is that big. All we ever seen was the living room and the damn bedroom, and I'm assuming, of course, the bathroom is like through the bedroom or whatever, and I'm the kitchen is supposed to be in the other direction. We seen that for a little minute when him and Alonzo stepped in it. So it ain't far for them to run. The guys is already in the damn house at this point. The most they did was run in the damn bedroom with Jason and waking him up. I don't know how the hell he didn't already wake up when that damn explosion came through the door. How the hell was he possibly sleeping through it where they had to literally be like, let's go, and he popping his eyes open and they trying to close the bedroom door. Obviously they gonna be able to get in that damn bedroom. So like I said, I don't know how far up he is as far as floors. Was remember that time when he was fighting with Gump, with who they had, take himself out or whatever, and he flipped over the balcony and the staircase. I don't think he's supposed to be that far up. Maybe they going out the window. I don't know how that's gonna work, y'all, but that pretty much was the episode, y'all. Put it in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode, honey. What you liked, what you didn't like, all of that good stuff. You know how we do. Let's discuss. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you are so inclined. Give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. Till next time, y'all.